Now I'm going to show you how to make a boutonniere. What's great about boutonnieres is that you can really use anything that you want to use. You want to look for a flower that's pretty sturdy, but it's only going to be out of water for a few hours, so you don't have to worry too much about the flowers. So I have a little completed boutonniere here, and what I like to do, it's a little non-traditional, but I like to make a boutonniere that looks somewhat rustic, a little unusual. I think it's really fun. So we're going to make a rustic boutonniere today. You can, as I said before, really choose any flower that you want to choose. Sometimes it's fun to choose a flower that's got a nice bloom on it, and you can pair it with a couple of textural elements, like a nicer bloom of this ranunculus and then a really tight bloom of the ranunculus. You can start to see the shape of what you're making form, so you could even add a little bit of this fun blackberry to it. That's a really nice thing to do. Today I'd like to make a scabiosa boutonniere. This stem is great because it's very sturdy, it really pops, and you can see with the completed boutonniere that I've got that it sits nicely on the chest. And the key to making a boutonniere or a corsage that you're going to pin on to somebody is that you're always wanting to make sure it looks nice up against the chest and that it's going to sit with the head of the bloom facing out. So let's try that with our scabiosa. We'll cut one bloom to work with as our main bloom, and you can cut it pretty long, and we can always cut it down later to get it to the right length to sit. So I'm always testing it as I go. This looks pretty good. So I can take any other textural element I'd like to take. For example, that nice blackberry that we picked earlier. I think that's really fun. I'm going to clean up the bloom at the bottom, so you can just pull away the leaves, or you can even cut them, giving myself a nice long stem to work with. And I can already see pairing it with this scabiosa. And just really manipulate it in your hands, work with it. You can maneuver it a lot. We're going to wrap it with tape, so it'll allow us to move anything we want. Let's pair it with the blackberry, and then we can also put a little bit of this blushing bride with it. We have a lot of these fun closed blooms of the blushing bride. This is another one that's got a really thick stem, so it's easy to work with. I can just cut at the base here, clean it up a little bit, and then position everything together. Now I'm seeing that this blackberry has a little tip there that I don't like the look of, so I'm going to just snip that off.